Alright. This is old as fuck. And it's an hour long. Am I being trolled? Alright, I'm gonna watch 30 minutes of this demo. Okay? I think this is from a match. An ESCA match, maybe. This is, I don't know who they're playing against, but it's Cafe Monster. And this is Desca, and he's on demo. And this is an invite match, so let's watch it and see what happens. Hitting that choke roll out a bit slow. Charging his sticky a bit early, but the scouts will already be through by the time this sticky lands. Yeah, they're both through. Looks like he's playing against... Ooh, is that Free State? He's playing against the Yomis. I knew that was Rakuso down there. And he dies to Rakuso. So there he really just had no reason to drop down to the ground. The scouts got through, but he could have just stayed up at his choke. The soldier didn't jump directly on him, and a scout didn't rush him, so I don't know why he felt like he was forced to the ground. So he's trying to roll out to get back to his team. His team retreated choke, so he's just going to hold with them in yard. And the other team is close. They should push on that, honestly. He gets double donked, and he dies. Well. I guess the only thing that, I mean, that was just random as fuck that he died to that, but he didn't want to be in that Uber because he did so much damage that his pocket could make that into like a really good solo Uber. He should have been throwing down like defensive stickies in the choke, then trying to peek around them rather than just like walking in immediately. His pocket definitely was going to have a good Uber there, just because of the damage that he did. Alright, he did good damage to the scouts. His team should win this. He should be cutting off the exit of the scouts. And then his team, like, he should be shooting choke because they could be peeking this right now, and they could potentially kill him. That was just a bit risky leaving his right flank open there when he was ignoring choke. So here they just need someone to get in through big door. They already have, there was no cap time or whatever. They don't have to recap. So they got a scout in. They got their roamer in. The other team's med died. And yeah, they're just going to get this point now. They don't need to stack this because the med died late. And really the most important one you want to deny is going to be the med. The other ones you can just spawn camp or kill. So he should honestly just keep rolling to last. Let that other scout cap middle. Looks like they want to Uber through river, so he's going up there. Don't stack this point. There's absolutely no reason to do this. They should have already been like halfway through lobby or through river. So they're going in lower main. There's already a scout going in. I wouldn't commit to this Uber if I were him. Unless you knew there was a sentry, then you'd want to like be the first one in, I guess. Problem with that Uber, they didn't get high ground at all. They all just were playing on the low ground. What should have happened was, if they knew there was a sentry, which maybe they could have like sat around and scouted it out, take the demo in, destroy the sentry, get everyone in, then take the high ground, then control the point from there. But instead they were all on the ground and they like tried to rush someone to the point when they didn't even have high ground control. Both the enemy team soldiers just walked behind them, like past them towards the choke points, and didn't get shot at all. Other team's med died, so they should be going in here for sure. Here, you know, since you don't have cap time yet, the other team might consider contesting. You just want to put as much spam on the doors as possible. Like right now, you should have had at least one of the choke points trapped. Like probably the shutter, maybe upper. After they like started fighting you, you could ignore it, but like you could have kept 3 of them out of this fight if you just would have laid a few extra stickies on that door. Now you're surrounded. The only way you're getting out of this is to jump away. Well, now you should probably try and jump out to choke, but you're gonna die. Oh, going for the medic. Interesting. There's a very low chance you'd kill that medic. So, I guess maybe you were dead either way. Going for the med is okay, but if you're gonna bomb him, you don't want to just land on the ground in front of him. You probably should have tried to bomb onto the high ground and land somewhere where you would survive for a few more seconds, so you could at least have a chance to shoot another few shots. So they have a huge ad on you. You just want to get an early call on their combo, which it seems you got. That soldier gets juggled in. You juggled them pretty well. So their Uber was pretty bad. on this push. So you could potentially contest this just based on the early damage you did to that soldier and the fact that they like just started capping. So they're actually running away. This is good. You got that scout pick, which is also good. You know their demo retreated choke, so I would probably just go big door, like not fuck with the choke trap, because it's just a waste of time. Just gonna slow down your entrance. So you guys should probably go big door on this one, which it looks like you're doing, which is the right call in my opinion. Is this low invite or open? This was an invite game. I think it was like mid invite. Neither of these teams made playoffs, but they were both fighting for 4th. So yeah, you guys do have ads still. You should keep going. If you want to flash, just hit your medic key. That often will just tell your medic. Even if you're going to call it in mumble, you might as well call it there too. So here you probably should not be on the point. Because I think their medic survived and they want to contest. And if they did commit everyone to it with the Uber ad that they had, you would have died there. You do something that I do a lot, which is you throw down a trap and you don't have any stickies loaded because you expect your trap to do something, but sometimes like people will rush you and it will result in you not having a sticky to jump out with. It's the same thing that I do a lot of times, and it causes me to get caught in just because I'm overconfident with my traps, I think. So here you guys got 2 picks. You killed both scouts, or you killed a scout and demo, I guess. So now it's just all about gonna focus fire, I guess. You died because you lost track of that soldier. But your team's hitting shots. On this Uber, they should probably just keep rolling, see if they can kill the medic. It's not worth it anymore. After they got out to the choke point, it's not worth it. You guys are just going to cap, reset. They're going to have ad again. You just want to set up traps. One thing you might want to do is look for a back cap. I feel like they're not watching big door at all. So you could be sending a scout behind. Very close round here, though. So, it's even Ubers now. You can peek a little bit, but you don't want to get sniped. You know they have a sniper. I would stop peeking after that. And then just throw down traps. Maybe do like a... Don't peek fully. Maybe peek like a little bit and try and spam some cannonballs, because you never know what's going to happen if you're running that thing. You could double donk someone. And so you guys got a pick worth going on, definitely. But you don't want to be on this Uber. You want to probably bait yourself. Well, I guess they have a sentry, so maybe you have to go on it. You can see that their NG was on the sentry. That should be your cue to go, because if you would have gone immediately, you could have killed the NG, then destroyed the sentry, then they'd be down too. Sounded like they might have Ubered? I heard like an invincible person getting shot. I don't know if they actually did Uber there. But I feel like that was a missed opportunity to Uber in there. No, I take it you guys didn't want to go on that. So sometimes you do get the you do get like a pick, and then like you take too long to go, but then you find another opening that's worth going on. Don't forget about those openings, man. That's gonna be what really sets your team apart from others. So if this is not trapped, you can actually trap that up yourself and then start like trying to get some cannonballs in. That's probably what I would be doing. Maybe since the soldier's so close, you don't do it, but you guys are waiting for a sniper pick, it looks like. I would probably have your heels near your sniper and just like be trapping him off, baiting him, using him as bait for the other team to jump him. So your sniper dies, but you trade roamers. Right now it might be worth it to sack your roamer, because the numbers are such that it's still even, and you can afford to go down 1 overall, like relatively. And the other thing about that is they might not expect it. If you already lose a player, then they might not expect you to lose another. Their engineer's dead. Okay, there's a pick. Still hesitating. And then your sniper dies, and then you guys still just sit here. Just way too hesitant. Like, if you get a pick, just go on it. Your med got backstabbed. Alright. So they got impatient. They decided to make a play. They end up killing your medic. And you're just going to have to survive and back out. It's not worth it at this point to fight. Because the other team has Uber. They'll just kill you. Set up a trap, my homie. Don't do this. Never do that. Just never do that. You could have survived, put a trap up, and then you would have been way more effective. You would have bought time for your team. At least put some stickies up. You could have trapped like the point or something in this time. You know they're going to roll, so you should be like thinking much faster right after you spawn. They still haven't popped yet. You can see their meds going big door. So you guys, probably the play is to stop middle now, because you guys are too committed at choke. Now you guys are probably going to want to retreat out through your own big door. That scout needed to die on middle. Like, the other team had enough time to Uber in through your big door, then come all the way around through your yard. So that was bad. That was just sloppy, indecisive play. Alright, you get a spawn kill. Now they're going to come hunt you down. So, say your last words. You brought 3 of them back? I don't know. You could have done more. Like, if you wanted to spawn camp and have them chase you, you could have survived even longer by going into their lobby or something and playing the shutter doors. You know? So they're in through choke. They shouldn't have Uber yet, so... Oh, keep those stickies on choke. You can't afford to det stickies on choke because you'll let them through. What you should do is if you are going to det, start relaying the trap. Like, you should have trusted that your teammates could kill that guy. It keeps happening where, like, they have someone committed at rock and it's, like, taken forever to kill them. I don't know why that is. I feel like your team just needed to, like, get their heals aggressive, like, to kill the guys at rock. So you're running the pyro defense. You're going to need an early call on river. Because if their combo comes river, then you'll have no way of slowing them down. The pyro will be useless. So your other scout should probably be peeking river aggressively. They Ubered lower main. Where'd your pyro go? No. It's holdable. Ooh. Almost. 17 held Demoman. God damn. Yeah, if your pyro was in position, you guys probably would have held that. But he was off fucking around in upper lobby or something. So I'm only going to watch the first half of this match, so 16 minutes or so. So his rollout's just very slow. You should be getting there before the scouts get through so that you can hit them. So he just needs to work on that. Have it be like perfectly fluid. Because that early damage is very important on Gully Wash in particular. That's one of the reasons that this was like one of my favorite maps, was just because I could do so much damage. I'll watch the other half later. I don't know, maybe. It's an hour long, man. I probably won't. I probably won't. I don't know. And this is also an ancient demo. I don't know how this is relevant. You're learning. This isn't even your POV. You're playing roamer in this match. So you guys are at 60. That should have been a force there. Okay, you got the force and you got the demo. So this is good. One thing you could do right now is rotate to big door, because they're all going to expect you to come choke, and they might be like all on the point, but if you go big door, you can cut off their exit and get in closer to them. But looks like you guys killed them anyway. Alright, this should be a roll. So get that high ground, boys. Get that high ground. See, now you guys have high ground. You're baiting them down to the point. This is ideal. Another thing you want to focus on, though, when your team is capping, is pay attention to the spawns, and you can hit them when they're coming out of spawn. There you saw a soldier spawn, and you can have that window at their last, so you can see whether they're going left or right, and just have a preemptive sticky or pipe flying at them. Once again, neither of their scouts get hit, so they must really enjoy playing against you. Doing pretty good spam right now. If your soldier dies there and doesn't get a kill, you need to leave. Both their scouts... Oh, you got a scout kill. I might have stayed. Wait, is your medic dead? Holy zilly. That... He was weak, I suppose, but I think if he stayed, you guys actually could have won that. It was even at least. You didn't have to give up all of yard, in my opinion. Like, he didn't have to be all the way back. Because even if you guys would have deemed that you would lose that fight, you could have held choke if he would have stayed in yard with you guys. And now they're like getting in choke for free. You guys get a pick, but you get forced in a really bad position. I don't think tunneling the guy on the point was the right decision. Like, that soldier that's close on you, your stickies on that guy would do like 90 plus damage if you just shoot them up at that ledge, and then he can't spam your medic anymore. So by ignoring that soldier, the other team got the force, and now they're gonna have full Uber, I think, to push last. Watching river's not a bad spot. You just probably want a more defensive trap, because if they get past your first one, you're kind of isolated there. That was a good pick. There you should have set down a defensive sticky, like right at the top of their stairs. Like, I knew that was going to happen. The instant you kill that guy, what's the biggest threat? Them all like flooding up the stairs. Like, you can't just tunnel vision and think you killed some guy so no one's going to come. If they know Demo's alone in river, they're going to immediately like turn that corner and come kill you. So after killing him, you lock down that spot, or at least put one sticky there, so that if someone pushes you, you can juggle them, do some damage, and then back up. And if they don't push, at least you have that sticky, and it prevents anyone from rushing you if things go wrong, and then you can keep spamming that scout up top, whatever. So you guys keep holding your pyro really passive, which doesn't make much sense to me. I think you should be keeping your pyro forward. At least it works. I think it's better in my opinion, because you can deny their entire Uber from even getting in the doorway. They have a spy, so you kill the spy. Okay. You can afford to send a counter sack right now. Maybe your roamer or your pocket's just gonna go. And alright, you guys sent both. Or your roamer died, whatever. No eyes in river, which is kind of bad right now. But I guess if they go point, like, it doesn't matter because you have the sentry. So your pocket gets double donked and killed. So they have a pick. Most likely they will push right now. You see the sniper though. Spamming him is a good idea. Highly skilled double donk. He goes down. Again, you could run another counter sack. I think you guys could have taken some room in river. Like, that might be where they have someone isolated, or where you can get someone in much further and where they're not all bunched up. I probably would have rotated over towards river and set up like a defensive trap and then peek the corner, because sometimes you can get a lot of damage as a demo spamming up through river. You just want to make sure that you're safe, because right now you're kind of doing nothing, which I mean is the safest thing to do, but you can still be relatively safe peeking river. Especially after their sniper's dead, you know you won't get sniped on that corner. So you guys suicided someone again. Probably not a smart thing to do when you're 6 up. Like if it's 6v6, you don't want to get impatient. That's how you lose rounds. You know the sniper was in river. You know exactly where he is. So your medic's playing forward. You only have 6 stickies out right now. Alright, there, you're laying more. That's good. The risk of having your medic forward is that they come in through, like... Oh my god. That they come in through, like, balcony. Your medic shouldn't have gone back to the point when they had someone on the point either. Because he puts himself in range of the sniper. Something you could have done there was... you could have just Ubered into them river. That's what a lot of pockets like TLR used to do. You just do a solo Uber into them river so that you guys would have to flash, or the other team would have to flash a lot. Oh no. Okay, good. There, his first stickies just should have been more defensive. If you put a sticky in front of you, then you can put one behind him. They can start like boxing him in, and then you just kill him with a trap. That's usually the safest way to approach a scout fight in like that sort of mid-range. So your team is just getting spammed to hell. Your soldier probably should have jumped through by now. And then you can just sit back waiting till you get health. But you guys actually do get a pick, so you guys can stack this and then push to make sure he doesn't spawn. If they're close, you might want to just solo into them, but it looks like they're not. Here you guys do not want to pop first. That's very important. So they pop first, which is good. You guys flash a couple. You're kind of staying ranged out of this. Oh, that scout. So you guys get nothing out of it. If your medic didn't have to flash you, you guys probably would have won that Uber exchange. So the way to do that is just to like, you could read by the way that they were playing that they were going to Uber into you. Like you knew it was coming. Even if you didn't do much damage, they were going to commit to that either way. So I think that you probably should have been backing up like further than you were. Like maybe towards the rock or something. Your soldier kills their medic and scout, so now you just need to get tanked. Your scout needs to stay alive. If he's... Oh, your soldier, I guess. Here, you just want to make sure you're pressing tab, because since their medic just died, you just saw a scout run to your right, and you know he's going to try and kill your medic. So this is when you just bait them. Your medic instead comes forward and dies. Hate to see it, honestly. You should have just been like throwing stickies all over the ground, because they could really come from any direction. The soldiers can jump up from either side on the ground. They could rush up the left ramp. They could come up through your elbow. You know, they could do all kinds of things.
The control point is being contested.
Where the fuck is your med? Kind of disagree with giving that up for free. Like, you guys had heals. There's no Ubers yet. I think the heals should have gone big door. You guys might have been able to win that. Like, maybe get a kill, spam them off the point. And since they didn't even open the shutter doors, there might have not been anyone in lobby, so you guys might have been able to even back cap there. Oh, do they have Uber? They're kind of playing like they have Uber. All right, never mind. I thought it was even. Oh, it is pretty much even. You guys are at 90. Alright. I guess this works to like just Uber into them at choke. You can prevent more of them from getting in. That's fine. But you guys don't really get any kills, so you have to live. You gotta get out. How long are we in? We have 5 more minutes of this half, I think. So you guys have a heavy... I think you were... Oh, you never forced them, did you? Wait, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. It's even. It's even. That was a good pick. Since you know they don't have Uber yet, you could afford to fight this. But you guys are just gonna hold. I would have had an off class. I mean, you guys had a lot of off classes earlier. I don't know why you don't have any this time. Okay, there's your sentry. I personally don't really like the spot he's been putting the sentry in because it makes it really hard to repair it and to upgrade it because you have to be exposed. Just like what happened to you. You just want me to watch the second half? I don't have to watch the golden cap. Is the second half an hour long or half an hour long? I mean, it's too much. It's too much. So you guys let two of them on the point. You had no eyes on river, so a guy got in water. Usually if someone does get in water, it's the responsibility of the roamer to clean him up. Because the roamer can really control that. You'll give me $4.99. If you sub, I'll watch the second half. Yeah. Man, he could be doing so much more damage. He's done 0 damage so far. Still 0. He did 30 damage this mid. If he would get his rollouts faster, he could be doing like 100 damage early, and then they would have such a good advantage early on. Here, I don't like that your scout is behind you. Your scout needs to be like on the point so that he can be like helping deny that soldier while you focus choke. Because the only way they can really contest you on bats is if they jump at you. This is a lost fight, man. You have no scouts. Oh, you have 1 scout. It's crazy how Yomps is supposedly like a god scout, but he was on this team, and this team was not good. Which is a big reason why I'm skeptical of that kid. How are they on point again? You guys never watch River. What is this shit? He was bad when he played for you. He was holding back. Oh yeah? Is Yomps? I didn't know Yomps was in the house. That's just, I don't know. If you're winning a fight, like you pick their demo, you just should never be Ubering first. Like, you should be playing off that pick and using that advantage to not Uber first. I just feel like this is it's a very common mistake they keep making. The God Scout. I don't know, man. So you guys are gonna get Uber here. Just gonna be a stalemate. Looks like you guys are playing the clock. I feel like there's no time left, so you guys are just going, which is fine. If you played in Europe, though, you would have lost the match, right? It's 2-1 in their favor, right? Although, wait, why wouldn't they push? I don't know. Holy shit, are you guys gonna lose this round? Oh my beef! Oh my god. This is comical. All right, that was awful, honestly. I guess you didn't think it was possible to lose. You had too many people go choke. I think both your scouts went choke. If one of them would have come big door, you would have been able to hold that. But I don't think I'm gonna finish this out because it's over an hour long, which is fucking ridiculous. You win the match. You really win this match. So that's why you want to see the second half.
Control point is being captured.
So yeah, that's I'm gonna pause it here though and pretend that's the end. So honestly, the biggest thing he needed to do was get faster on mid. I feel like that would make the biggest difference overall. If he was getting to mid fast, he could have hit both those scouts. Could have hit both of them for like 50 plus damage. Um, then let's see what else. Like most demos I watch, he doesn't always put up like defensive stickies so people can rush him, and it prevents him from peeking a lot of corners. Um, there were a few like minor things about like choke and stuff. Like you just need to understand, like, as a demo, your job isn't to kill the people at rock, unless you know for a fact you've denied them from getting a choke and they're not going to peek. But um, controlling those choke points on Gully Wash in particular, since there's only two of them and they all have to funnel through one doorway, it's very possible. Um, and what else? I feel like there was one other big thing. Oh yeah, just his team in general. Like, they Ubered first a lot of times when they had picks or whatever. They wouldn't Uber when they had like uh, picks on last. They wouldn't commit. And then
Benny, you wanna suck my
who the
brain?
fuck is talking to me?
Guess it's Jesus. You wanna suck my brain?
All right. Like the example was the sentry. If they have a sentry on last, you usually want to Uber your demo. If the NG is overextended, you'd Uber in on that. Even if it's like even numbers, it's probably worth doing. When you counter sack your roamer, or like you sack your roamer in and you get a pick, you might as well send someone else in again. You know. Um, I don't know, things like that. And then there was a couple situations where he like did a lot of damage, so that set up his pocket to get a really good Uber. But then he came into the Uber, so the Ubers ended up being even because he was getting flashed. So knowing when to stay out of Ubers is very important. It's pretty easy to like, if you know your team's gonna have a better Uber, you can just sit back with kind of like a bait trap, and then they have to like make the hard decision of, do I overextend and chase this guy and then just get farmed after the Uber, or do I just, is he too safe and I can't chase him and I have to run? Like, that's kind of the mind game you want to play as a demo in Ubers. You don't want to be you don't want to be just so vulnerable and like just running into Ubers, if especially if you've like done all that early damage. Unless you know for a fact they're running, you usually want to play it slower, put a sticky around every corner before you peek it, and just do all that stuff. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I guess it was an invite match, so they played fairly well. They did well. Um, but they had a few like just like sloppy mistakes that cost them rounds, especially that last round. That last round never should have been lost. People rushing in through river and getting into water unseen, that kind of stuff should never happen. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks for the demo of Desca. Even though it was ancient, I hope it was somewhat helpful and enlightening. So yeah.